G'day everyone, Goober here with another Torchlight Infinite Season SS7 video. In this video, I'll be going over my top 5 league starters for Season SS7. This will be an overview video. I'll have links in the description below to explain a little bit more about each character and which content creator will be running each class, and how to effectively ask questions and get the answers that you need. You can always ask me and I'll ask the other content creators if you like. However, this will just be a bit of an overview. So first up, we'll go over the only paid character, which will be So the first in the list will be Iris, not this one. It will be Iris 2, which will be included in the Battle Pass for Season SS7. The content creator that is covering off on the Forsaken Iris variant number 2 is Coffee Beans. If you head over to his YouTube channel, so youtube.com/@coffeebns is Coffee's YouTube channel. You can also get him on twitch.tv. No doubt he will be streaming the start of the season, and in this video he goes over an overview of how the mechanics work, going through the main mechanic of the class is you fuse with your Spirit Magus, and then it replaces your action bar with a new action bar that has the Spirit Magus's skills on it. There is a bit of speculation between, will it replace your auras, will the auras just auto cast, etc. So he does that all throughout the first 9 minutes or so. Then he goes through some of the skills.
Around with some trees, and basically on just this is a base Iris with no actual recovery or.
So at this point he's discussing the life regen required to have an upkeep of the fused Spirit Magus, goes through some of the skill trees here, and then finally has he is creating a theoretical max roll guide that you'll be able to click on the link and follow there. So I will include the link to this video in the description of this one. I highly recommend checking out his video here. It's only 20 minutes long, which is a short form video compared to some of mine. And he will be able to take you through that one. So Iris 2 should be pretty strong because it is the new character. It's the only paid character. And by that logic, they would want everyone to play it. So the good thing about that is all other minion builds will probably benefit greatly from the introduction of a new minion build, which enhances everything. You saw it on Selena. She with her ice beam, etc., built up reap really quickly, dot damage, and all those types of builds last season dominated. Throughout every other season it is similar with Carino 3, Erica 2, etc, etc. So Iris 2 should be quite strong, and it looks like a really fun gameplay to do. Number 2 on the list comes with, well, it doesn't come with, you can buy an epic cosmetic for it, which will be It will be Charge Rehan. I have not played Rehan ever, which is surprising because normally in games, in World of Warcraft, I played the warrior. In Diablo 3, I played the barbarian. I normally play the smash you in the face character. So it's quite surprising that I haven't played Charge Rehan at all. The whole concept is you use Savage Charge to blitz through everything. You go into Berserk mode at max rage, and that triggers a burst skill and explodes everything on the screen. If you head on over to YouTube once again and simply type in Charge Rehan, it comes up with some people that play it quite often. The biggest content creator that I can think of that covers Charge Rehan quite a bit is Don the Crown. He absolutely dominates whenever he uses Charge Rehan. And it should be pretty fun. Another YouTuber everyone knows, Magus, who donated me his gear last season. Magus has put out a video. It takes a more of an approach to how to get through the campaign, what you should be looking at, and when you get to endgame, because everything right now is theoretical, about how to build your character to better clear the maps, which is basically through the hero ranking system and looking at what other people are using just from a quick overview standpoint. I would highly recommend checking out Don the Crown, as he has a lot of videos on Charge Rehan and stuff like that. And look, Milky's covered it as well. Don the Crown again, and going down the list. So I'll just find a quick clip of what it looks like. So this is what it will look like through the campaign. Basically, all you're doing is charging along, and as you charge, you push everything along with you, and then the burst damage comes out and annihilates everything along the path. This is just the campaign. However, what you can expect in late game is pretty much the same as that. However, it will be 100 times faster, and you'll be full clearing maps in 20 seconds. It is absolutely insane to watch, and of the clips that people have shared in game, it looks incredibly fun, in my opinion. Marcus has also put together a maxroll.gg guide here. It is just a very basic overview, a look at what skills you should be looking for with your Savage Charge. Onto Blurry Steps with Mania, you would automate that as well, just with preparation, and have that triggering all the time. Onto Bull's Rage, with preparation, extended duration, vulnerability, again automated, abysmal hatred, and burst of anger. You do need regen to counter these degen buffs. However, he explains how to do that in his video, so please check that out, and which hero traits to go with. This is a very basic overview of what you would probably need at about level 80, and that should be enough to clear Time Mark 7 quite easily. Some pretty cheap legendary gear there as well. So everything there should be quite achievable on a budget on day one. Alrighty, number 3 on the list for my recommendations. You'll notice that I haven't covered off on my character yet, which is on the list, but I would not highly recommend it because we don't know how it's going to go. So number 3 on the list is Iris number 1, which is the base Iris that has been in the game for a very long time, and it has been very consistent throughout the entire time that it has been in the game. Alrighty, so Iris 1 is basically a summoner. You just run around, your summons behind you, you're dropping your buffs, which are through your main skills here. So this is the minions that are always out. You don't have to summon them. They are active until they die, then they go into a reconjuring state, and then they come out. But they're always lagging a little bit behind you. So generally, they're not taking damage, and you are. So you use Electrocute. Basically, the starter build for Iris 1 is almost always Lightning, as it is quite easy to scale. So you have Electrocute. You can just use standard preparation there to make that as cheap as possible. Blink with Magic Dash, Quick Mobility, and Cooldown Reduction for mobility. Nourishment of Light, again, just use normal preparation, cooldown recovery, well fought battle, and mass effect. And Dazzling Bloom, again, you could just use preparation instead of instruction with those links. Onto the auras, you could go with precise projectiles or just standard with restrain. Restrain maybe not initially, but then at the very start, you probably don't need elemental resistance, and elemental resistance is being nerfed next season, so that would free up a fair bit there. Electric Conversion and Thunder Imbue. So if I was running this, I would just run with Electric Conversion, Precise Projectiles, and Thunder Imbue. That one's the life anyway, so I would just run those three if you can, with Restrain or something like that. The main skill, Elemental Duo, Savage Growth. You won't have either of these early, so you just choose anything that gives added lightning damage, spell damage, something like that. Harvest Time is being buffed next season, so that is definitely a keeper. Onto the structure, the gear that you would be looking for. Troublemaker, it comes from the Eterna gameplay, I believe, so you may want to do that to get that helmet. Truth is just all skills, so you can replace that with basically any amulet that gives a bit of dex, plus skills, minion damage, max life, max ES, etc. like that. Onto the gear, this is all just tier 1 gear, so you can obviously switch out pretty much all of these stats with a tier 2 version. Looking at converts physical damage taken to cold, energy shield, and resistances. Onto the gloves, energy shield, resistances, and intelligence. Intelligence and dex benefit your minion. You can see that here. Dex and intelligence are the main stats for your minion, so that is what you want to aim for. Onto the belt, just more energy shield, channeled stacks, more intelligence and resistances. Quite easy gear to go for. Onto the rings, you want to make sure that you get the Spirit Magus initial growth. That boosts your damage. You get it again on the affix here. Then you just want to get some added physical damage and added lightning damage to minions with a bit of crit strike rating and chance for minions to deal a double damage. The chance for minions to deal double damage is quite nice. I think you can easily get to 100%, so that is just ×2 damage. Onto the weapons, added physical lightning damage and physical damage to the gear. He is running isomorphic arms as well, so all of this will be applied to your minion. And in next season, if you're running isomorphic arms, you can add 30% spell damage to this as well, because it is a one-hander and you are dual wielding. And the other one, 40% additional Spirit Magus enhanced skill damage and ailment damage by enhanced skills. Again, double damage. So even with tier 1 stuff, here you have 42% chance for minions to deal double damage. And then here we've got 24 and 22 there, so that is 46. And then there, so we've got 88%. chance for minions to deal double damage just from 3 items, which is really quite nice. Onto the slates, basically you just want to try and get as many minion skill levels as possible, and then just go with plus minion damage and that sort of thing. I don't expect anyone to have stuff like this early on, however it is what you can aim for. Soul candles, minion skill level, and servant damage if you can get it. So that is basically Iris 1. It is really easy to start. Just set your filter to show lightning damage and minion skill level, and just go ham basically. And that is number 3 on the list. Alrighty, number 4 on the list is Mind Control Yuga. I did make this video before the patch notes came out. I was pretty confident that it would be fairly solid even after the patch notes came out, and some things were released in the patch notes that benefited Yuga as well. Just changes to pack spirits, the change to swamp, shadow swamp being an aura around you, and that sort of thing. So what you can expect with Yuga. Let me try and find some gameplay footage. You know, it is very disappointing to see that I have put out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8+ videos on Yuga 2, and I have no footage of Yuga 2 mind control. The closest thing I have is this video here, which is when I was just doing some chill maps with Yuga 2, but this is Shadow Shot and Swamp. So it is very similar playstyle to this. You're just running around. However, instead of shooting everything like this, you got little tendrils going out, damaging everything instead. The map clear and survivability is absolutely fantastic. It is a 1-button build that you can play on the train, on your mobile, so it is very, very good early on. That picture quality is absolutely horrible. Apparently that's max. Surprising. But yeah, so that is basically the gameplay. If you want a detailed look, just check out my League Start Yuga 2 Mind Control video. It goes over the skills and stuff that you want to be using for a very easy leveling experience, and to get the initial flame elementy and stuff going. That will be able to set you up for a more powerful build. Who knows, maybe Shadow Shot, not Shadow, Swamp, Aura modifications and all of the exclusive skills that are coming to Mind Control may just make this viable for T8, Profound and Deep Space. That would be the dream, because this is the build that I'll be playing on the train on the way to work. And my number 5 recommendation for Torchlight Infinite Season SS7 is Charge Calling Commander Moto. I'm really hoping that they have buffed minions enough with the faster activation speed of Commander Moto minions. They have doubled the summon speed, and they have increased the activation of self-destruct protocol by 25%, I believe. So minions should be coming out faster and going and exploding faster. The addition to the Machine Lord helmet, limiting your minions to 2 but increasing their damage exponentially, should be quite nice. Hopefully that helmet is really quite common. Hopefully it drops from a treasure trove, so we can just farm it up early and absolutely smash the campaign. Boom Moto used to scale really quite well, and I'll show a little bit of my Boom Moto from a couple seasons ago, so we can have a look at what the gameplay looks like. So this is gameplay footage from 2 seasons ago when I played Boom Moto quite a lot I'm unsure what the audio is going to be, so let's just see what I was saying in this video. They're definitely going to pay for it. So you just trigger all of the league mechanics, roughly clear the map, and once that's done, just go kill the boss like that, go back out and trigger the league mechanic. So basically all you are doing is you are running around, your minions are charging off and exploding and clearing the entire screen. You're extremely safe because everything is just getting one shot throughout the entire screen. And it looks like this season there'll be bigger hits. So it should be quite interesting to look at. The league mechanic. That's a pretty cool thing there. So it's pretty cool to just charge around, in my opinion, and annihilate everything as you go. It is a little bit annoying at the start before you get the activation mediums, because you either use the Grim Phantom minions so you don't have to summon them, or there is a bit of a starter step when you are casting your minions. However, that adds to I guess a bigger hit feeling, because you're stopping, casting, and the screen's exploding. So it is quite cool. Hopefully we get some cool loot explosions like that again next season. But anyway, that is my video for my top 5 league starters. You can check out my Boomoto theory crafting video that covers off on this class as well. It was still a pretty long video considering what it was, but I'm really looking forward to the launch of Torchlight Infinite Season SS7 coming this Friday at 1 PM for me, and who knows what time for everyone else. I have the timestamp in my Discord. Feel free to hit me up and I'll send you an invite to that. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in Season SS7.